Hello YouTube, this is Magnolia Mo and you are watching my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts and my impressions of the Bowers & Wilkins HTM71 S3. Alright, so we're going to go through and review the overall setup, the equipment used for this particular review, and then some movie tests and some listening tests, and then I will share my thoughts and my impressions about this center speaker, how it works with the rest of the system that I have, and provide my feedback. So, you excited? I hope you are. So let's get on with it. Setup and equipment. Here are the speakers that I used during this review, along with my Sony 77-inch A80J, my processor, my amplifiers, and Panasonic UB820 Blu-ray player. Here is the overall frequency response of the HTM71, along with the 702s and my subwoofers. The sub response is in black. The 702s are in blue and in yellow. And then you have the HTM71. This HTM71 in my room, you can call it whatever you want. And I don't need eyes rolling here. I mean, it does go down to not flat, but it goes down to 30 hertz. I know that is not what the rated frequency response is of the speaker. There is definitely some room gain action going on there, but I am comfortable in saying that this is not, it's a relatively full range center speaker, right? You cannot run it large, and I don't run it large. I do cross it over at 80 hertz, but I just wanted to show you guys the frequency response before it falls off, right? It kind of drastically just falls off after 30 hertz. To see how good the timbre matching is between all of my 5 speakers, I used my Avia guide to home theater disc that I've had for many years. But this disc has a very useful tone that consists of noise that steadily moves between your 5 main speakers. The bass is removed from this test tone to isolate the higher frequencies. The tone's timbre should not change substantially as it moves. Mismatches between front and surround speakers are common, but not as significant as mismatches among the front speakers. System imaging may also be assessed with this test tone, which should sound like a tight moving ball of sound. Uh, and even in the best systems, you will get good imaging only between your front 3 speakers. You will hear some differences in the surround speakers, as you do in my case. But I thought this test went really well, and it showed how good all of these speakers matched. For assessing timbre match between my center and my fronts, I use this pink noise that basically alternates a high pass filter noise between left and the center speaker on a regular basis. Even in an ideal system where the front and the center are identical, you will hear a little bit of a difference because of where the speakers are, right? So they want you to put both speakers next to each other, which I couldn't do. But in this evaluation, it does show that the center does match fairly well with my fronts. Okay, for movies, I wanted to start off with No Time to Die. And the scene in this movie inside the prison cell between Bond and Christoph Waltz's character has become my reference scene, my go-to scene when it comes to evaluating center speakers. Reason is the range in the dialogue delivery between Bond and Christoph's character. Bond will alter his voice, and Christoph, as he is, kneeling or bending over, his voice becomes very nasal. This came through very clean and very clear on the HTM71.
Yeah. But then it all went wrong, didn't it?
My sweet James, what do you want?
Next, I turned to Top Gun Maverick, and the scene with Ed Harris and Tom Cruise in the beginning of the movie also is a very good showcase, for a center channel for dialogue delivery, basically, right? So Ed Harris, in his very particular Ed Harris type of a dialogue delivery style, and the exchange between him and Cruise is great in this scene, and the HTM71 does not disappoint.
Captain, what is that?
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
This isn't a joke.
I auditioned Quiet Place, the first one, not because of dialogue, but because of surround activity and sound movement. Right in this scene, when the creature is coming down the stairway into the basement, the center and your left speaker and your top left are heavily utilized. So the creature will come, from top left and then come down to the left speaker and then pan to the center and then back center to left and then into your surrounds. Very very natural movement of sound, and again it was a very good demo from my perspective. And finally, one of my favorite movies of 2020, it is Love and Monsters. I love Marco Beltrami's and Marcus Trump's soundtrack, which is haunting, and it is rhythmic and it's lyrical. I don't even have enough words to describe it, but I love the soundtrack, and I wanted to see how again the HTM 71 does with the rest of my system, and it is great. I mean, there's lots of synergy between all of the speakers, and this particular scene is very dynamic. Take a listen. For music listening, I turned to three of my favorite SACDs, multi-channel SACDs. That is, and I wanted to listen to multi-channel because I wanted to hear uh, the synergy between the center and my front, left, and right speakers primarily, and how the voice is anchored, in between, in the middle, and in an SACD recording, for most of the recordings, right, the vocals are going to be coming off of your center speaker, right? So in two channel, you will have a phantom center. In multi channel, your center channel is actually producing the vocals. So the track Dreams, right? If you don't have the right copy, you're not going to hear that monster cymbal crash. And the other thing you will not hear is Stevie Nicks humming before she starts singing. On good copies and good speakers, you will be able to hear her actually hum before she starts singing, and it's not quite clear on so speakers or speakers that are still good, but not the same. They don't have the same quality as I found this HTM71 to have, right? So that was a big telltale for me that this is a great center speaker. My next recording was from Nora Jones. Again, her SACD Come Away with Me, the title track Come Away with Me. I've listened to it so many times. I'm so familiar with this track. She's known for her smooth low range, her soulful voice that came through very clearly on this particular center. And then lastly, Diana Krall, with her jazz, her multi-channel. Actually, this is a DVD audio that I have, not SACD. Again, Crawl is known for her contralto vocals, right? And that came through very clearly and very audible on the HTM71. So all in all, I believe this is a very good center channel. Again, does a great job with music and great job with movies uh, overall. So this is Nora Jones and Come Away With Me. I really love the cymbals and her voice on this track. Take a listen. Here is Fleetwood Mac and Dreams. And this is Diana Krall, Crimea River. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this review of the Bowers & Wilkins HTM71 S3. I tried to do my best to be honest and to be subjective about this speaker. To be honest with you, it is one of the best speakers, center speakers that I've ever had, and I've had quite a few good center channels. I had the Martin Logan stage. I also had Definitive Technologies CLR 2300. I also had Golden Ear, the Super Center XL. That was also very good, you know, from a low impact, low end point of view. So that was also, I ran at full range too. But this, the B&W HTM, the 71, is truly in a class by itself. So from Stevie Nicks to Nora Jones to Diana Krall, the voices came out very clear, soulful, jazzy. You know, each of these artists have a very particular voice signature, and that came through on the HTM 71. A friend of mine has the HTM one, 8080, the 800 series HTM1 D3, and that's also that center. I mean, can't touch this, right? From a from a center channel perspective, that's a truly large center channel. You can run it large as well in your system. So this is not at that level. Don't get me wrong, but this is, you know, for $2,500, I believe. This is, you know, I don't think you'll find a better center speaker than this one. I hope you like this video. As usual, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So, until next time, YouTube.